Hello and welcome to the Tennessee Smokies Wicked Weed Brewing pregame show. I'm Ben Slotnick from the Smokies Baseball Broadcasting Center. We'll have Mick Gillespie and Richie Giuliano on the call for the opener of a 6-game series between the visiting Chattanooga Lookouts, the AA affiliate of the Cincinnati Reds, and the Tennessee Smokies, the AA affiliate of the Chicago Cubs. First pitch from Smokies Stadium will be at 7 p.m. Eastern Time. The Tennessee Smokies broadcast pregame show is brought to you by Wicked Weed Brewing. Wicked Weed is the official craft beer of the Tennessee Smokies. Since 2012, Wicked Weed has been pushing the envelope, crafting unique beers with bold flavors for the forward drinker. Find your new favorite at Smokies Stadium or at a local retailer. Last week, the Smokies and Trash Pandas split a 6-game series in Rocket City. The Trash Pandas defense turned 9 double plays while the Smokies turned 5. However, offensively, Smokies outfielder Owen Casey had an outstanding series, which earned him Southern League Player of the Week. In 5 games played, Casey went 8 for 18 with 3 doubles, 2 home runs, 5 walks, 7 RBIs, 6 runs scored, and just 4 strikeouts. As for Chattanooga, the Lookouts lost 4 of 6 against the Biscuits in Chattanooga. The Lookouts hit into 5 double plays, while the Biscuits did not hit into a single double play. Lookouts third baseman Francisco Urbaez went 2 for 17 and grounded into a pair of double plays in the series. The theme of both series happened to be twin killings. Well, there's notable roster moves for both teams. For Chattanooga, Oakland Athletics traded left-handed pitcher Sam Moll and cash to the Cincinnati Reds for Lookouts right-handed pitcher Joe Boyle. In 19 starts with Chattanooga this season, Boyle had a 6-5 record, 4.5 ERA, 1.64 whip, 211 opponent average, 75 walks, and 122 strikeouts. He led the Southern League in both walks and Ks. Boyle will now be pitching for the Midland Rockhounds, the Oakland Athletics AA affiliate. This is great news for the Smokies, as Boyle was due to start Friday because in 4 starts versus the Smokies this season, Joe Boyle had a 3-0 record and a 3 ERA. Roster moves for Tennessee. Pete Crow Armstrong, the Cubs' top prospect, was promoted to AAA Iowa. In 73 games played for the Smokies, Crow Armstrong went 86 for 298, a 289 average, with 38 extra base hits, including 19 doubles, 5 triples, and 14 home runs, 60 RBIs, 27 stolen bases on 35 attempts, and 68 runs scored. Crow Armstrong finished his time with Tennessee on a 5-game hit streak and 5-game run scored streak. In that span, Crow Armstrong went 7 for 16 with a pair of doubles, 2 solo home runs, 4 stolen bases, and 7 runs scored. Promotion news, starting pitcher Cade Horton has been called up from High A South Bend to AA Tennessee. Horton, who is the 7th overall pick of the 2022 MLB draft, made 11 starts with the South Bend Cubs. He had a 3-3 overall record and a 3.83 earned run average. In 47 innings pitched, Horton walked just 12 batters and struck out 65, as well as a stellar 1 whip. Then in trade news, the Washington Nationals traded third baseman Jeimer Candelario and cash to the Chicago Cubs in exchange for Tennessee left-hander DJ Herz and South Bend shortstop Kevin Mayday. Herz is now a member of the Harrisburg Nationals, Washington's AA affiliate. In 14 starts with the Smokies this season, DJ Herz finished a 1-1 overall record and a 3.97 ERA. That's right, just 2 decisions in 14 starts. Likewise to Crow Armstrong, though, Herz finished his time in Tennessee on a high note. In his last 2 starts, Herz totaled 10 innings, allowing 1 earned run on 2 hits, 5 walks, and an astonishing 17 strikeouts. Tonight, the Smokies look to win their 4th straight series opener, while the Lookouts will try to avoid their 3rd consecutive series opening loss. All right, it's time for a quick break, and when we come back, we'll introduce tonight's starting lineups, team notes, and the Hampton Inn & Suites keys to the game. The Smokies baseball pregame show continues right after this. Welcome back to the Tennessee Smokies Wicked Weed Brewing pregame show. I'm Ben Slotnick from the Smokies Baseball Broadcasting Center. The opener of a 6-game series between the Lookouts and Smokies is coming up in just a few minutes, but first it's time to introduce tonight's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Chattanooga Lookouts, leading off with back-to-back 3-hit games, center fielder Blake Dunn. Batting second, the second baseman, Ivan Johnson. Right fielder hitting third, Reese Hines. Batting cleanup on a 9-game hit streak, first baseman Alex McGarry. Designated hitter batting fifth, James Free. Batting sixth, third baseman Francisco Urbaez. The catcher hitting seventh, Michael Trotwine. Batting eighth, shortstop Jose Torres. And batting ninth on a Southern League best 8-game run scored streak and Double-A best 15-game hit streak, left fielder Jacob Hurtubise. The starting pitcher for Chattanooga is the right-hander Sam Ben-Scooter. In 18 starts, Ben-Scooter has a 3-7 record and a 7.78 ERA. Ben-Scooter has surrendered a minimum of 3 earned runs in 8 consecutive starts. In that span, he's thrown 33 1/3 innings, has an 8.91 ERA, a 2.04 whip, and 59% strike rate. Ben-Scooter's most recent start against the Smokies on July 2nd was the worst of his minor league career. In 3 1/3 innings pitched of a loss, he allowed 10 earned runs on 8 hits, none of which were home runs, 5 walks, a hit batter, and 4 strikeouts. Shifting to the offense, in his last 11 games, Lookouts leadoff man Blake Dunn is 23 for 43, batting .535 with 3 doubles, 2 triples, 3 home runs, 14 RBIs, 7 stolen bases, and 15 runs scored. On his Double-A best 15-game active hit streak, Jacob Hurtubise is 23 for 58, batting .397 with 1 double, 4 triples, 19 runs scored, 8 stolen bases, and only 11 strikeouts. On this incredible stretch, for every strikeout, Hurtubise has recorded 2 hits. With a base knock tonight, Hurtubise will tie the longest Double-A hit streak of the season, which was achieved by 3 players, 2 of whom play for the Hartford Yard Goats, the Double-A affiliate of the Colorado Rockies. And lastly, Lookouts shortstop batting in the 8th spot tonight. He started the season 10 for 85, batting .118 with just 2 extra base hits, 4 RBIs, 6 runs scored, and a 47% strikeout rate. Since then, Torres is 24 for 110, batting .218, 100 points higher than his previous stretch, with 9 extra base hits, 14 RBIs, 22 runs scored, and a much improved 31% strikeout rate. Now for the home team, leading off for the Tennessee Smokies, center fielder Bradley Beasley. Shortstop batting second, Levi Jordan. Batting third on a team best 5-game hit streak and 21-game on-base streak, right fielder Owen Casey. Batting cleanup at the hot corner, B.J. Murray. Left fielder hitting fifth, Cole Roederer. Batting sixth on a Southern League worst 18-game strikeout streak, catcher Pablo Aliendo. First baseman batting seventh, Nelson Maldonado. Designated hitter batting eighth, Jordan Wogu. And batting ninth, second baseman Andy Weber. Tonight's starting pitcher for the Smokies is the right-hander Walker Powell. He is 6-5 overall with a 4.06 ERA in 13 starts and 4 relief appearances. Powell has been solid against Chattanooga this season. In 14 innings pitched, he's allowed 5 earned runs on 9 hits, 4 walks, and 15 strikeouts. In 3 outings versus Chattanooga, including a pair of starts, Powell has a 3.2 ERA, a 176 opponent average, and an exceptional .93 whip. Shifting to the offense, on Owen Casey's 21-game on-base streak, which is second best in the Southern League and 5th best in Double-A, he has reached base safely 46 times, which is 2.2 times per game. In that span, the Canadian Crusher is 25 for 77, batting .325 with 8 doubles, 5 home runs, 16 RBIs, and 15 runs scored. So 13 of his 25 hits have been for extra bases. On the other hand, on Pablo Aliendo's 18-game strikeout streak, which is worst in the Southern League and second worst in Double-A, he is 12 for 63, batting .190 with 2 doubles, 3 home runs, 14 RBIs, 11 runs scored, 7 walks, and 29 strikeouts. On the bright side, Aliendo has recorded an extra base hit and scored a run in back-to-back games against Chattanooga. He doubled and scored a run on July 1st, then homered on July 3rd. Now it's time for tonight's Keys to the Game, brought to you by Hampton Inn & Suites. The Hampton Inn & Suites, located just behind Smokies Stadium, is the proud host hotel of the Tennessee Smokies. The first key is for the bottom of the Smokies order to reach base safely at least 3 times. The Smokies' 7-8-9 hitters went 0 for 10 with no walks and 5 strikeouts in Sunday's series finale at Rocket City. This was the first time in 31 games that the bottom 3 batters of the Smokies order did not record a hit or walk. The second key is for Smokies hitters to be patient. Lookouts pitchers have thrown the second most walks in Double-A. All right, that wraps up the Tennessee Smokies Wicked Weed Brewing pregame show. When we return, we'll have Mick Gillespie and Richie Giuliano on the call for the series opener between the Lookouts and Smokies. First pitch from Smokies Stadium is coming up next.